How to spot a fake apology, people. Have you ever had somebody apologize to you and you were like, I don't believe that guy. Or that was the apology, really? Or you were like, oh, okay. That happens all the time when you are somebody who is high in compassion and you're understanding. People might look at you and go, oh, I can totally take advantage of them. I could stand them up. I could do whatever. And there will never be a consequence because you're a nice person, right? Well, I'm here to help you become meaner, okay? Yeah, I know, right? It's hard for me to like if you're my husband, you've seen my really mad face. I haven't been very mad here, but I will tell you one way to really tick me off is to stand me up for an appointment and then give me a fake apology. And here's how you know it's fake. It's fake because the person usually says nothing about you. It's all about them. Oh, I got stuck in traffic. Oh, I forgot our appointment. Oh, my alarm didn't go off. Oh, the calendar invite didn't pop up and remind me. There are all these excuses about them. See, a real apology is about the person you offended, you know? A real apology, often the person will try to compensate you, or they will try to make it up to you somehow. Okay. So, for example, let's say I accidentally let's say, and this is extremely rare. I think in my whole life I've literally forgotten one appointment and stood one person up one time in my whole life, right? But let's just say you and me had an appointment, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to make it. What would I do? Well, gee, here's what I would do. I would actually pick up my phone and go, hey, George, just so you know, something came up. I'm either going to be late, or can I back it up, or can I reschedule, and I try to give them some notice. The only reason I wouldn't tell somebody I'm going to be late for an appointment is if I'm literally incapacitated somehow. Like I am in a car accident, I'm in the hospital, I'm on my deathbed. I am not inconsiderate that way. But a lot of people are. And a lot of people live their life with that chaos. And I've worked with a few of them. And I'm like, how did you get through life this far? And I know how these people get through life. They get through life because they live in drama, and because that chaos is comfortable to them, and because they frankly don't really care about anybody else but themselves and their own feelings. They don't care about other people's feelings. I was working with this client for free for almost a year. And this man was consistently late and consistently canceling at the last minute and not telling me. And eventually I terminated him as a client because even though I tried to teach him a proper apology and how to do certain things, he refused to do it because it's all about him. He doesn't understand how, my day and my schedule was ruined by his actions because he didn't care. It was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I had to get in the car and take somebody to someplace. Really? But you have an appointment with me, a standing one, and you forgot about it? So fake apologies have nothing to do with you, right? A real apology, the person can actually see you. Look, like here's Stacy Lynn right here. You see me? Oh, I have eyes, I have a nose, I have a heart, right? I have a heart. I have a heart that has been wounded because somebody treated me with disrespect or contempt. Because then in some ways, people who do this are very passive aggressive. And I remember years ago, a therapist that my husband and I were working with made the comment, you're really, that they were teaching about passive aggressiveness. And they basically said when somebody is passive aggressive, what they're doing is they're flipping you off behind their back. They're not doing it in front of you, right? They're doing it behind your back. And people who are passive aggressive and all about themselves, that's what they do. And so it isn't about you. So here's something to look for. If you're in a relationship where all this keeps happening and this person is preying, P-R-E-Y, on you because you're full of compassion, oh, I'll forgive you. start setting some boundaries, right? In other words, say there's going to be a consequence. I actually had to do that with somebody because they were consistently late. And they knew that it was an issue because I run on a clock. And time is money. And if I have client after client after client, and then you're going to disrespect my time and not show up, there's going to be a consequence to that. And the consequence is you're going to pay me for that time because somebody else could have had that spot. But see, these people don't care. All they care about is themselves and their drama, right? They don't really want help. And that's a big, huge red flag. So pay attention to that. If you're in a relationship with somebody who has that much chaos, they're constantly standing you up, disrespecting your time, and then, quote, apologizing for it, but not changing, they don't really care. And that's the truth. And the church is filled with these folks, just so you know, people. And they'll say, oh, please forgive me. Oh, they'll use all the Christian lingo. And it's like, no, I'm not going to forgive you because you haven't repented for real and you haven't changed. And I don't have to forgive you because you're not owning up to your garbage. So just so you know, it ain't going to happen again. Okay, so that's the type of stuff you have to look for. You're like, but if I actually stand up to these people, I'm not going to have any friends. That might be true for a time. I'm going to tell you that. It might be true. You might not have any friends for a time. If those are the type of friends you have, right? You don't want those types of friends. You want people who are going to mutually, truly respect you because you're worth it. And you have to ask yourself, I teach a lot of my clients this, to think this way. I'm going to say this. You're going to be surprised at what I'm going to say. You're going to go, wow, I was surprised at that. But would Jesus treat you that way? The answer is no, people. And if you're a Christian, you have his spirit living in you. You should be guided by his spirit. What are the fruits of the spirit? Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, self-control. Right? What are the fruits of the flesh? Hatred, selfishness, greed, envy, strife, confusion, people who don't care about anybody but themselves. Would Judas stand you up for an appointment? Probably. Would the sweet disciple John ever do that? Probably not, people. Why? Because he's really walking close with Jesus, and he isn't, excusing anything. He knows he's not perfect. He needs Jesus. And these people that will fake apologize to you, they're not Christians in the sense that they're biblical. They're Christians in name only because they're not acting like Jesus in any way. And yes, I said that out loud with my own lips, to quote my friend Tabitha Westbrook. And it's okay to call it out. And here's the thing, when you begin to call it out, you will show people how to treat you, right? And this is, I forgot who it was. Trying to think of the famous poet. I can't think of her name. But that famous quote about people will show you, who they really are. Okay, well, if somebody keeps doing that over and over and they're not repenting for real and they're not changing their behavior, they're not caring about your feelings, they're showing you who they really are. Believe them. Believe that. And that for me is one of the biggest lessons I've had to deal with in my own life. I've had to learn to listen to my gut, which tells me this person's full of crap, okay? And you should not say yes to this person. And every single time, to quote the people yelling at Jesus, "Physician, heal thyself." Every single time I don't listen to my gut, I get hurt. And I hate that because I know better. But I always have a little spark of hope. It's like, oh, I just know this person. I believe in them. and then sure enough, they do stupid things and I'm like, ugh, why did that happen? But you know what? That's actually what makes me good at what I do because, I always learn, right? So anyway, all right. Well, anyway, so that's this video. This was, about 10 minutes. So I'll end it here. As always, however, if you want help with anything, you think I can help you, I have an appointment calendar. You can click a link and make an appointment. It's a free appointment, but just do me a favor. If you're going to actually make an appointment with me, please show up to it, because it really irritates me when people don't. Anyway, hope you have a good day, or I hope you have a better day, people, and look out for those fake apologies.